Hello, my name is Steve M. Nash, editor of selfhelpcollective.com, and today I want to share with you 13 telltale signs of low self-esteem. The wisdom of Elaine Sihera. I'm not going to share every word that Elaine says. I'll sort of summarize her thoughts on low self-esteem, and then I will share some of my experiences, and I will leave you with a question. Oh yes. So let's go then. The 13 telltale signs of low self-esteem by Elaine Sihera. There are many signs of low self-esteem, some of which are often suppressed by other attributes. But the most significant ones are the following, in order of importance, and their ability to cause damage. Excuse me. I'll just go through these 13 attributes right now and then discuss a few of them as they reflect on my life, maybe your life, and then I'll leave you with a question. 1. Guilt. 2. Fear and uncertainty. 3. Self-shame. 4. Trying to be a perfect person. 5. Unforgiving, unrealistic expectation of perfection in others, and perhaps unrealistic expectation of how to read words on a video. 6. Lack of trust. 7. A focus on your perceived limits. 8. Misplaced humility. 9. Feeling constantly depressed. 10. Always anticipating and predicting what happens next. 11. Believing that the world is a bad place. 12. Skepticism and being overcritical. 13. Idolizing people. So, 13 telltale signs of low self-esteem. I'm not particularly sharing these views of Elaine Sihera so that you can score highly, so you can know that you can achieve something, you can achieve low self-esteem. These are more sort of the symptoms that show that maybe your self-esteem is lower than it could be, lower than is serving you and your life. It's a little bit shocking to look at this list from my own perspective. Guilt, number 1. Guilt has, Elaine calls this a form of self-torture. I have let guilt ruin my life. I've behaved weakly sometimes, and then I have felt really guilty about it and gone over it in my head over and over and over, and it has affected how I've behaved with other people. It has affected my relationships. It has affected how I express myself, how I express what I want for my life. It has made my life less. This doesn't mean to say that I should just do anything to anyone without consideration. I should accept and be responsible for my behaviour. But no one serves via guilt. I have forgiven myself for a lot of the bad things I have done to myself and to others. And I'm letting go of guilt. Lack of trust. Not trusting yourself, not trusting others. Will they do what they say they're going to do? Why haven't they called? What does it mean when they say this in their text message, in their email, in their Facebook status? Is it all going to go wrong? always anticipating and predicting what happens next. They're very similar. A focus on your perceived limits and misplaced humility. I'm a big fan of humility, of being okay with your faults, not putting yourself down, not self-deprecation, awareness of your faults, awareness of your strengths. You have strengths, you share them without pride. You give. You have weaknesses, you are okay with them, but they are not something to beat yourself with. Focusing on your perceived limits is a form of just being small when the world wants you to be big. These symptoms of low self-esteem just highlight how you are not giving of the best of yourself to others. Idolizing people. When you idolize, when you overestimate the worth of others, put them on a pedestal. This is just another form of saying, I'm not important. But you are. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to make your desires, your wishes more important than mine, because I'm too scared of what will happen if I don't put myself first. Now, I've lived my life with some or all of these signs of low self-esteem, and I can tell you unequivocally that life is not fun when you live it like this. So if you find yourself hearing what I'm saying or hearing the signs and acknowledging that you have them, great. Awareness is important. Do something about it. There's a place on my website where I encourage people to share their low self-esteem symptoms. Find it and share them, because it's humbling to listen to someone's self-honesty, but I believe it's very empowering that you can share this with other people. This is the beginning of making your life more. Maybe you'll never get rid of all these signs completely. Maybe you won't. You know, life is a journey, and we strive for improvement and growth all the time. But we can do so much on these unnecessary signs of low self-esteem. We really can. And all so that you can be the best you in the world. Not better than anybody else, just the best you. You will love more. You will laugh more. You will give more. You'll be more fun to be around. You'll be more fun to look at in the mirror on your own. So let me finish with some questions from Elaine Sihera. How many of these factors affect you now? Most people have to contend with up to 6 or 7, with the most confident among us having up to 3 maximum. If you find yourself with 8 or more, you need to start working urgently on how you feel about yourself, because that dictates how others perceive you and treat you, and indirectly, the level of success and influence you can expect. So thanks for watching this video on low self-esteem and listening to my sharing the wisdom of Elaine Sihera, 13 telltale signs of low self-esteem. How many of these factors affect you now? Guilt, fear and uncertainty, self-shame, trying to be perfect, unforgiving, unrealistic expectation of perfection in others, lack of trust, a focus on your perceived limits, misplaced humility, feeling constantly depressed, always anticipating and predicting what happens next, believing that the world is a bad place, skepticism and being overcritical, idolizing people. Ask yourself how many of these factors affect yourself. Share here, where this video is found, and do something about it. I will, if you will. Thanks for watching, and thanks again, Elaine, for letting me share your wisdom with the world. Goodbye.